Welcome everyone, this is Madman bringing another RSL video. So today we are going to try Tyrant IG and let him essentially solo Ice Golem 20. Currently right now he won't do 24, but we might do some adjustments and give it a shot. So I have him in regen. I don't have him fully built out. Well, I do have the pieces to build out, but I wanted to drop the numbers, so normally he'd have this resilience set on as well, along with the ring and the amulet. But so his total stats right now, almost 54k HP, 2700 defense, 222 speed. He's got plenty of resistance. His accuracy might be a little too low, but we are going to see. At the moment, he is unbooked, as you can see. But we do have his masteries. So we came down the defensive tree here, gave him a little extra defense, increased the healing and the value of shield buffs, the shadow heal in case the enemy heals, reduced the amount of damage, and a chance to counterattack. We went with Steadfast there for some more HP on support, and then increase the heals with lay hands. Again, increase the heals every time an enemy is killed, which he's going to be soloing, so he's pretty much going to be killing everybody. Then we wanted a chance to increase the turn meter when his HP burn is removed or expired, as well as when he casts a shield or whatever, it's removed or expired. He gets a little extra turn meter, so we're trying to give him a little turn meter here. And then a 5% chance to reduce his cooldown. We want the bonus stats there, which will help his HP there. We want to potentially extend with lasting gifts his HP burns. Of course, we're going to stick him with some other allies, so I'll get an extra 24 speed. And then again, try and create a little more turn meter here. With the masteries. So those are his masteries. I will see you in Ice Golems. Okay, so here we are. This is Ice Golem stage 20. Let's just double check our team setup here. Got the food, so we want to do his A2 first, then his A3 for all 3 rounds. And we're going to see just how low we can get with these stats and still potentially beat the Ice Golem. Apologies everyone. I hate to cut in, in the middle of this video, but I didn't like some of what was said. That's why I sped it all up. Just kind of show you that he finished the level 20 Ice Golem by himself at the end there. Don't pay any attention. I had to tournaments over and I had to rob a little gear. Well, I actually put gear back on the other champions. But I wanted to get this in there that he did solo 20 with just shy of 54,000 HP, about 27.5 defense, 222 speed. Then of course he had the over 300 resistance, and at that point he only had 175 accuracy. You obviously would like to have more accuracy so that his HP burn can be placed, but I think you can get away with a little lower accuracy just because he is positive Finny. Remember, you're going up against Spirit Boss, so he's got that advantage of being positive for affinity there. Anyway, I will cut back over to the build for 24 and we'll show you the results of those. Okay, so here we are back with the build here, and he is in a resilience piece with some accuracy, a little bit of HP and speed. The only thing that I could potentially hope for by taking this to 16 is resistance. Otherwise, it's not going to do me any good. I won't get the defense or anything on the weapon. So, but that's his weapon. Again, some speed, some resistance, a little bit of defense and HP on the helmet. Some accuracy, a lot of resistance, a little HP and speed, so a pretty good piece. For the shield, HP gloves with some accuracy and resistance and some speed. The attack doesn't help us. Accuracy chest plate with some, again, HP. Crit rate doesn't help us. Some defense helps. And speed. Speed boots with a little bit of resistance and some defense. And then an HP ring. Basically the defense and HP help us. HP amulet. The resistance and accuracy is nice. Defense helps a little bit, but not a tremendous amount. And then resistance banner with speed, some defense, and some HP. And then we'll get to his complete stats built. So I'm at 72,000. Probably only need... It's kind of a love-hate between HP and defense. I think you'll be able to do 24. Like if you can get to 3,500 defense, you could probably drop to 68, 69, maybe in as low as 65,000 HP. If you can get to 4K defense, that'll even be better. Ideally, you want to get to 255 speed. You don't care about crit rate or crit damage. You want at least bare minimum 305 resistance. And I want to say 205, 210 is the minimum accuracy. But, you know, if you shoot 320 and 220, you should be good as far as accuracy and everything for both 20 and 24. So let's go back. We'll do 20. I'll show you a failed run of 24 and then what I think the solution might be. We'll see you back over there. Okay, so here we are on 20 again, this time with the gear on. And we'll just go into this run. And when it's over, we'll move on to 24. And I will speed this up for you. So as you can see here, probably beat this boss just under 6 minutes. You definitely want to set up the AI, or once the boss gets, I don't know, somewhere between a third and quarter health, he starts going stupid, not doing his A2 or his A3, and just wants to keep pounding A1, and all of a sudden that makes the run a lot longer. Most likely this run is going to fail, which I don't mind showing you. And then I'm going to show you what I think might work, at least with my current build. So we will fast forward till either he completes the boss or fails. So as you can see here again, even on level 24, looks like we got some good RNG this time to get through that second wave. The boss is not a problem because once we get to the boss, we are back on that 3-for-1 speed. And there we go, 534 solo, leveling up some food, getting some gear here, resistance, it's got some resistance, we'll keep that for now and see if it rolls into resistance. There she is. Level 40 high Katoon with nothing on there. So that's going to give us the 19% speed in all battles. And he's got his base speed of 103. So 20 more speed. And we're at 246. And we only need to get 255. So we only need 9. So we should be well over. And we'll see how well this run goes. Okay, so you saw it fail there. So here we go, stage 24. We got Tyrant booked out here, so let's just see how well he does on stage 24 Ice Golem. So as you can see here, fully booked. He does work, and he's going to beat this boss here just over 5.5 minutes. So Tyrant here, unfortunately, well, you know, the first 3 books land right here on his A1. At that point, it's like just, well, he's going all the way out. Because you want to book his A2, gives the 3-turn cooldown. 1 book to get his A3 to a 3-turn cooldown. And yeah, 1 at a time, and all first 3 went right here to Feast of Flame, which is not a bad thing, but you know, you don't necessarily want to deal out the damage if possible, even though he does, as long as you got the burnout, heal by the more damage he does, so that's not a bad thing. But books are hard to come by for legendaries. Anyway, that is Tyrant Lixmore doing Ice Golem stage 20 and 24 solo, so you can do food in a reasonable amount of time. Not a speed run by any means, but hey, 5.5 minutes. That's about as good as my the entire team I built to run it was. So there you go. Again, I don't think you can get away with a little less HP, but I dare say 68 is probably going to be the bare minimum, as long as if you have low defense like I do, but you're risking it with the speed there too. If you definitely get it up to 255, where you ensure you're going 3 turns on that second wave, then yeah, you could probably drop these numbers a little bit, at least the HP. But that's Tyrant for Ice Golems 20 and 24 solo. I'm going to try and do a video for him on Spider 20 and maybe 24 as well. But have a good day. Okay, everyone, I wanted to give you a little extra information here, just based on some observations on the run before we completely end this video here. So for Tyrant 2 solo Ice Golem 20, you're gonna need regen. I think you can, for both 20 and 24, get away with 3 immortal sets, but it's going to be dependent upon your stats a little bit. His A1 skill, it does heal, you know, based on the damage he does, his defense, but it's going to be a small amount compared to the amount of HP you have. So getting the HP regeneration from a regen set or an immortal set is going to be actually more critical than what you're going to get back in damage. Plus you're going to get that back every turn, whereas you're only going to get that once every 3 turns, and that might not be enough. Anyway, let's get back to just nitty gritty the stats here. I want to say 55. I know we, slightly smaller, 55 HP, and I'm going to call it 2500 defense. And at least double speed. Now they're running at 93, so that's 186. So if you're going 187, you're going to get 2 turns for every turn. That's against the waves. On the boss, you'll definitely get 2 turns because his speed is 90 for 20 or 24. And then resistance, you don't really want to get frozen, but I don't think that you need quite 300 resistance. I bet you 250 is probably enough. Accuracy, 225 should be more than enough, since you're going to be the positive affinity, as you saw, at 179. So that puts us right at, I want to say 200s being the positive affinity, maybe. Allowed us to get through it no problem doing the HP burns. So those are the minimums, and you do not need to book his skills for 20. Now, for 24, for him to solo, I'm going to say, if you're like I had him, where he had 3,200, almost 3,200 defense, then you can get away with 70, maybe 69,000 HP. Of course, I had him at 246 speed. So if you get him to a 3-for-1 ratio, which with the Masteries at 255 speed, that will give you a 3-for-1, not only for the boss but for the waves, because you need a total of 279 speed. So 255 plus 24, 279. That gives you a 3-for-1 ratio, and you'll heal back up enough that you can make it through the waves on 24, and then you won't need as much defense there. Again, you might need a little more resistance. You want to be pushing that 300 there for 24, but even then, I'm not sold on that. I think the stats are pretty much the same. Same with the accuracy. So it's just a matter of upping the HP and defense. But you saw we managed to do it at 3,200 defense and 7,200 HP, and 246 speed. So we weren't quite at a 3-to-1. But you do have to have his skills booked. You can get through it with the stats I had, not have his skills booked, but it was very, very RNG based, and you don't want to be wasting your energy on bad RNG and only doing one every 25. So with the skills fully booked, you get those 3-turn cooldowns on his HP burn, and ally protection, no big deal because everybody's going to be dead, but you get the increased defense too. And those make a big difference there. So I don't know that you need as high as stats as long as those are booked, or you're going to need a lot more stats if those are unbooked. Again, I think you could probably get away with 3 immortal sets if you can get up there, 70,000 HP, at least 3,200 defense. Looking back at it, I think you can get that amount of heal, especially if you can get to the 255 speed. But I want to throw that out there. It's not 100% set in stone. I can't spend all my resources proving what the bare minimums are to get a consistent run. But I think we're pretty close in the ballpark, and we kind of shown that. So I wanted to add that information. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a good day.